A recent donation and strengthened partnership between Meskwaki Nation and the University of Northern Iowa saw to the return of cultural items that belong to Iowa's only federally recognized tribe. And in tonight's project community, KCCI's Kayla James stopped by the Meskwaki Cultural Center and Museum to learn more about the process and the importance of bringing these cherished items home.
It is a replica of a summer house.
Every artifact.
Things like this still do exist on the settlement today, just a little bit, modern.
And every illustration and photo within the walls of the Meskwaki Cultural Center and Museum.
It's called a Odenigon, which translates to townhouse.
Contributes to sharing and showing the rich history of the Meskwaki people.
This shows our legendary and historical migration since, time immemorial.
Tierney Kiana is the Tribal Historic Preservation Officer for the Sauk and Fox tribe of the Mississippi in Iowa.
The red are the Meskwaki and the yellow are the Sauk. We've been grouped together throughout history due to our cultural and linguistic similarities.
Tierney says federally funded institutions have to reach out to tribes who have interest in lands or ancestral claims. With her role, those institutions would connect with her, and she would share what they need to know.
Things that we know of the land that they don't know of, just to show that, there's something here that maybe you should reach out and try to avoid what you're trying to do with building and such.
But a project Tierney was a part of recently.
Wow, that's really old, very fragile.
Let her assist with bringing these Meskwaki cultural items.
This is what men would wear.
Back to where they belong.
It was a welcoming home ceremony for about 12 or so artifacts that came home.
And every piece returned.
This process was one of the more quicker ones.
Was done so by the University of Northern Iowa, who Tierney says donated its entire Meskwaki collection from the university's museum.
They got to bring the collection home to us and view the museum and learn a little bit more about Meskwaki history.
And more about what they donated.
It ranges from the 80s all the way up maybe the late 1800s.
Learning how the pieces were used.
This is a fork. It's called a mamishi stick. Jonathan remembers using that mamishi stick as a boy.
Jonathan Buffalo is the museum's historical preservation director. Tierney says he's also the tribe's Native American Graves Protection and Repatriation Acts, or NAGPRA's, coordinator.
Repatriation is when the tribe wants to make a claim for something that a museum or institution holds, saying we have ownership to this and they want to bring it back.
Tierney says there are a number of ways museums or institutions end up having artifacts, such as purchasing them or individual tribal members donating them.
Most of the time it's via private collectors that have donated this, and we are not aware of those collections being donated.
Tierney says Jonathan reaches out to institutions, much like he did with UNI in the 90s when he began initial conversations.
And that kind of got buried. Things happen, administrations change.
But then the university reached out earlier this year.
And it was a short process. Some of these repatriations take a long time.
But no amount of time is too long for tribes across the U.S. if it means what's being donated or repatriated is coming home.
They're not objects, they hold special significance to our tribe. Every item has a purpose, has a soul in a way. So being able to welcome these individuals' souls home is a homecoming, and we just want to welcome them home with open arms.
In Tama County, Kayla James, KCCI 8 News, Iowa's news leader.
KCCI did reach out to UNI. The university's president, Mark Nook, called it an honor to return the cultural items. He went on to say the university recognizes the deep significance they hold, and he ended by saying the donation reflects the commitment to respecting and strengthening the relationship between UNI and the Meskwaki people.